Hello, friends. Today we will talk about one of the most mysterious things in the universe, our brain. It is an organ that controls everything in our body, but we still do not know everything about it. So sit back, today we have top 10 amazing facts about the brain that will definitely surprise you. Fact number 1, the brain doesn't feel pain. Yes, it's true, the brain itself doesn't have pain receptors. You can have a headache, but the brain itself never feels pain. That's why patients can be conscious during some neurosurgical operations. Fact 2, the brain uses 20% of the body's energy. Although the brain only weighs about 2% of the total body weight, it uses about 20% of all energy. Imagine how active this little energy monster is even when you're just sitting there doing nothing. Fact 3, the brain generates more electrical impulses than all the phones in the world. Your gray matter generates about 20 watts of electricity, that's enough to turn on a light bulb. And each neuron sends electrical signals. Together, they generate more impulses per day than all the mobile devices in the world. Fact 4, the brain changes throughout life. Brain plasticity is the brain's ability to change and adapt. Even as an adult, you can develop new skills, form new neural connections, and even relearn. Fact 5, dreams are still a mystery. We still don't fully understand why we dream. Some scientists believe it's the brain's way of processing memories, others that it's just random electrical activity. But interestingly, you never see unfamiliar faces in your dreams, all the faces you've seen before. Fact 6, stress literally changes the brain. Chronic stress can shrink the size of the hippocampus, the area responsible for memory and learning. That's why it's important to rest and not neglect your mental health. Fact 7, the brain can see without eyes. In people who have lost their sight, other parts of the brain can partially take over the functions of vision. For example, they can better navigate in space through hearing or touch. This is another piece of evidence for neuroplasticity. Fact 8, the brain loves repetition. Skills are formed through repetition. That's why practice is the key to mastery. By repeating an action over and over again, you strengthen the corresponding neural connections, and that action eventually becomes automatic. Fact 9, the brain has more connections than stars in the galaxy. You have about 86 billion neurons in your head. Each one can have up to 10,000 connections to other neurons. This adds up to quadrillions of synapses, more than there are stars in the Milky Way. Fact 10, you use your whole brain. The myth that we only use 10% of our brain is a myth. In fact, we use almost all parts of our brain, just not all at the same time. Different areas are activated depending on the activity. Our brain is a real cosmos inside us. We are just beginning to learn about it, but it is already amazing. Write in the comments which fact you found the most interesting, and also, if you want a second part, let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want even more popular science videos.